Oh, did we sleep? Or did we knock ourselves out? They were swapping back to Yuri. The bright moonlight and streetlights illuminate the area around me tonight. Few else can be faintly heard in the background as I'm running to where I need to be. It's starting to become a bit harder to breathe due to all this running. Once the park is fully in sight, I spot two human-like figures sitting down on a bench, which I stop myself to see who they are. Huh. I mean, kind of predicted. I kind of see that these two would do that kind of thing. That looks like Monica and whoever she's been hanging out with. What are those two doing here? Probably dating. Wait, they're going to notice me. I can take a breather for a bit, but I can't stay here for too long. But Monica opened her eyes and pretty much noticed you. Yeah, hey Yuri. Fuck! I should have kept running. Hey, I need to talk with you about something. Okay? She looks concerned. What could she possibly want to talk about? I don't think I have time for this. Oh, wait a minute. You have to explain what you did in school. Oh my. Seriously? You're gonna make me do a choice here? Well, at least the text box isn't disappearing, because if the text box disappears, then I am 90% sure that the choice will matter. But that's the case, then just talk to her. Fine. I should probably catch my breath anyway. Yep, that's another thing. It doesn't take me long to walk over to where those two are. Make it fast, I'm in a hurry. Nosuke told me what happened while Sayuri and I were gone today. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh yeah? Did she tell you how mean she was to Midas today? No. She told me she feels bad about what happened. Yeah, I bet she did. She sounded like she really does. And Midas won't take me back about everything. Midas, I'll promise I'll be leaving here soon. That's where I was heading before you decided to bother me. I need to see if he's alright. You mean he hasn't gotten a hold of you yet? I'm still very sorry, my love. I'm going to make it up to you somehow. You know, considering how scared I was recently, it's probably good practice, because I said it before, I will be playing her next. And I hope there's no, or at least very minimal jump scares, because, well, that's a pretty cheap way to make me scared. You can make me scared like how Storm did, like with the atmosphere creeped out. Make me unnerved. That's fun. But anyways, Yuri, is everything okay between you two? No. I shift my attention over to her, but I don't have it in me to respond back. Next, she gets up from the bench she's sitting at, walks over to me and puts a hand on my shoulder. Just like how Midas used to. I mean, she's concerned about you. Hey, it's okay. Those kinds of things are normal between two people in love. Things can't always be sunshine and rainbows. No, this isn't normal. Actually, it is. It's normal to keep fighting, because at least you two are honest with each other. I mean, if you two lied about your problems, then bad goes the worst. Experience. Things aren't like that. I tell myself that as I close my eyes and feel emotions build up inside. Let me ask, what are you going to say when you see him tonight? I'm sorry. You're what? Wait. Who was that? What the? The reality of what just happened and ringing in my ears has struck me in place. Quickly looking around, it shows everyone is safe. Monica's covering her head with her arms on the ground. The sound of a car driving off brings my attention to the road. Averting my vision, the black car can be speeding away towards Midas' house. The sight of that snaps nearly every emotion in me. Quick, Monica, call the police! I mean, God! Oh no! I have to go to Midas' house. An unharmed Monica gets up from the ground and looks around for a bit, then realizes what just happened a little bit ago. Todd, it's not safe here. We need to go. Hey, did you even hear me? You called them. We have to go. I don't have my phone. It's at home. Please, just do this for me. Hey, catch. Turning our attention towards Todd, he takes Monica's phone and tosses it up in the air. Once Monica looks towards the sky and catches it, she turns around to face me. Hurry up and go, I'll handle this for you. Without another word, I quickly turn on my heel and begin running towards Midas' house. Now with newfound determination, a shootout? Really? I mean, there's nothing wrong. I'm actually very happy to see something new. It's been a few minutes since I last left the park, and I'm surprised how well I'm keeping up pace. I haven't run in this much determination in a long time. Haven't had PE, I guess. My lungs are starting to hurt a little bit, but I can't stop. Just a few more minutes of this, then I'll be there. I can do this. I can do this. I have to make things up with him. A few more minutes have passed and I'm starting to become tired. We haven't even moved. This is starting to take a toll on my body. Breathing has become more difficult, but I can't give up just yet. I'm surprised I was able to keep up with my pace the whole time. I'm noticing some of the houses around are starting to look more familiar. These are the ones I see whenever I go to Midas's place. Excitement and adrenaline jolts through me at the thought. That means I'm nearly there. Yeah. What's happening? Oh, the police? Well, that thought does excite me. The flashing of red blue lights catch my attention. So getting closer and closer, you can make up the same black car from earlier. Wait, no, don't look suspicious. Stop running. Carefully bringing my head down to somewhat power walking, I survey the air until it's safe to start walking the other side of the road. I can feel my heart nearly beating out of my chest at how fast it is. Out of nervousness of everything and out of breath, another glimpse of the car being apprehended shows it's a 3rd gen Ford Mustang, one just like my dad used to own. That's not important right now. Look up. Wait, is that? Take a moment to stop and see who exactly the police are arresting shows. Why him of all people? Wait. Who was arrested? Oh. Okay. Okay. Wait, this is the same text box used in that order, so... Did he order the gun? Sounds like my son did not be at my office around this time. Mr. Show Up? He was supposed to show up a few minutes ago like he always does. But could have possibly gotten himself into this time. Grabbing my briefcase and keys from my desk, I get up from my chair, leave and lock my office up. Okay, I just realized the situation and we're in, and Mr. Wallace's dad. You better run! Checking the area on this floor where he usually spends his time with his other friends shows that he's not here. This makes me a bit more concerned. Where could he be? I clear my throat and cough myself real quick. Wallace? Nothing. The hallway's too quiet and I don't like it. Maybe he's on the 1st floor. I don't know why he would be. Wallace! After staying silent for a bit, a muffled voice and the sound of metal being hit echoes through the hallway. What the? Oh, I know where the voice is coming from. I stop until I see where the bang is from. Stopping in front of the locker, you can almost see the individual bangs where it's being hit from the inside. Oh no. Dad, get me out of here! How did you get yourself in there? Dad, hurry up! I think I need to go to the doctor! Alright, hold tight for a minute. Once I pull up from the locker handle and bring the door towards me, Wallace comes tumbling out and drops body first onto the ground. He's got bruises and red marks everywhere. Well, he kinda deserved it, and, well, not necessarily. I think you went too far, but, well, context. Grabbing his arms, I pick him up from his feet. He got bruises and red marks everywhere. Oh god, what did I say to you? He takes a breather and places a hand on his cheek before talking. That purple hair bitch did this. I instinctively tightened my grip on him. That girl's been hanging around the autistic boy. She always rubbed me the wrong way. Don't worry, son. She'll be dealt with the next time I see her. Something white on the floor next to Wallace catches my... Oh no. Kneeling it down and picking it up, I'm wondering who left this empty envelope on the floor. Feels like heaven's smiling down on me as I see the name and address on this. So that's where she... Oh no. She... Alright, yes, that's right. She replaced the address with hers. This might be sooner than I thought. Time for her to get what she deserves for treating my son like this. Letting go of Wallace, I pull, reach down into my waistband holster. What the fuck? Okay, so it is the guy who shot... Wait! Letting go of Wallace to reach down into my waistband holster, I pulled out my revolver, pushed open the cylinder to see only one bullet left in there. Okay! But Mr. Principal, you missed! God damn it, I knew I should have ordered more. 38.38 special along with the dynamite. Wait, what are you gonna do with the dynamite? Even if I miss, I still know what to do. Jesus Christ! I am in shock at how this story is. Okay. Finally I made it. This feels surreal. The flashing red and blue lights are behind me now, barely visible. Now that I'm no longer within range of creating suspicion at all, my heartbeat remains stronger than normal, but slow to a manageable rhythm. However, what hasn't let up with was the urgency of everything. Approaching his front door and placing my hand on his doorknob, I expect it to be locked. I really don't want to have to climb into his window to see if he's okay. He's knocked out on the floor of the bathroom. I turn my hand to open it and... it's unlocked! I burst my way into his house. There's nobody here. It's too quiet in here. Midas, are you in there? There's no response. Where could he go? Oh, you know... Mr. Zera, the parallels between this and Fallen Angel. Yeah, I can see it now. After staying quiet for a bit, my ears pick up on a faint sound from the upper floor. Looking up the ceiling, I try to grasp what kind of sound that is, but I can't quite make it out. There's no one down here at all, but the sound coming from upstairs, that means... I divert my attention from the ceiling to make it stairs and make my way to the upper hallway. There it is! The sound of water running from his mouth becomes louder and louder. I hope it's not... it's not... marinara sauce about number 2. Oh, I don't get to move. What if he's just showering? What if I come here was a bad idea? Isn't this trespassing? Please don't tell me he's dead. I'll just be quiet and take a peek. I mean, like quietly open the door instead of gently this time. The sight in front of me puts me in complete shock. I realize Midas laying down in the shower seemingly motionless. This does not look okay. Walking over to see his bare body excites me a bit. But that's not important. The water from his shower pelts his lower face and neck. His hair is all over the place. Quickly turning around, I turn off the shower handle and I direct myself to Midas' body. My left arm under both his knees and my right arm wrapped around his upper body. I use with little strength I have left to pull him close and lift his body out of the shower. There's a weird deja vu moment from holding my baby like this again. I mean, it's either the one from the market or, like I said, Fallen Angel. It's hard to keep a grip on him due to how wet he is, but he's safe with me now. Upon entering his room, I walk over to lay his silent body with his bed and cover him up. Getting down on my knees, I bring his body close and place my ear where his heart is and listen carefully. At least he's beating! At least it's beating! Thank goodness you're still alive! My hero, emotions build up again. The stress and pressure of everything finally catches up to me as I close my eyes and bring my head down to his chest. Sorry, love. I must lost you again. But I never want to lose you. So sorry. After everything that's happened, I'm feeling drained. Physically and emotionally. I could crawl in bed and fall asleep next to him, but I don't know how he feels about me after everything. And I am pretty sure you're supposed to keep guard, because our house might go kaboom! And I can't let him know how I feel when he's unconscious. I wonder if he has a pen and paper in here somewhere. The next day, I mean, he was arrested, by which I mean Wallace's dad was arrested. Next day. What? I feel a little more refreshed than usual waking up today. Sluggishly getting up from my pillow, my eyesight adjusts to what's going on and my alarm clock reads 10:37. Resting my head back on my pillow, I stare at my ceiling, rub the sleep out of my eyes, and begin questioning everything. Wait, Another school day missed. How did I sleep through my alarm? I don't even remember setting it yesterday. And why don't I have clothes on? Well, you drowned. I remember taking a shower yesterday, but running my hands through my wavy hair, I run through knots and tangles everywhere. My disappointment today has jumped up a little bit, knowing that I'm gonna have to fix that. May as well get the day started, I guess. With that, I slowly get myself out of bed without a clue on what I'm going to do today. Where is Yuri? Where is she? What am I gonna do for the rest of the day? I could take my time and get ready for school, but what would be the point of just going through half a day? May as well get breakfast out of the way. Moving my attention over to my cupboard, my peripheral vision picks up something on my table. Oh, she left, I'm guessing, and she left a poem. It's a piece of paper? Did I leave that there yesterday? My curiosity getting the better of me. Take a hold of the paper and begin unfolding it. You get to read it. Midas, we need to talk about everything that has happened recently. Please meet me at our spot, 7 at night. And all my love, Yuri. Yuri. You wanna talk things over as well? Well, at least, I mean, like I said, it's okay, or it's actually beneficial for the both of you to be honest with each other. Why did she live this year? I mean, she saw your dick and you're unconscious in the shower and yeah. There's no one else that could have. Nobody else has her handwriting. But all my love, that means she really does care. I really want to see her and explain everything to her. 7 can't come soon though. With that being thought, rather, I stopped staring at my cupboard and opened up to grab a box of cereal. The anticipation of what's going to happen tonight has not escaped me at all today. Not the whole day, and even the walk here, I couldn't help thinking about what she could possibly have to say, and also what I want to discuss with her. Stepping into the park, I pull my phone from my jacket pocket and flip it open to check the time. It's almost 7. Well, this is what I get for leaving my house early. Maybe I should make my way over here and wait for her. Over there, rather. A sudden yet strong gust of wind blows through the entirety of the park, causing leaves to be swept all over the place. This arctic feeling causes me to shiver a bit. That's when I wrap both my arms around myself to keep my jacket from flying all over the place. I don't like that it's starting to get this cold out. Isn't it supposed to start snowing soon? What I mean? Wait, I accidentally pressed spacebar. And there's her harp again. What are me and you gonna do in our south when it starts snowing? This girl always has a way of drawing me in somehow. Her music she plays lures me into the ever so familiar forest trail. Like a siren. The sounds of this gusty glade and the bugs rather. I almost said blade. Flying around manages to keep me level-headed. I can't help but remember the first time I made the walk down this trail all those weeks back. It was such an eye-opener back then. Yuri, this is where I became friends for the very first time. You know, this place still means that much to you. There you are. The place hasn't changed one bit since I was last here. Looking over the Yuri shows her playing her harp while looking out into the water in front of us. She doesn't look scary anymore. Thank God! She looks like my best friend. But she seems sad. It is not that I remember the note I read earlier today. It is then, rather. I think I'll ask her about that first. After a little bit of time, I must have been caught in the peripheral vision as she stops playing and meets my gaze. She does nothing, however. We just stare at each other for a little bit, not sure what to say or do. I don't have it in me to sit down on the tree for whatever reason. Hey, Midas? I can sense the concern in her voice. Hey, the air around us feels heavy and I don't like it. She carefully sets her harp on the grass next to her feet. Midas, can you please come sit down next to me? Fine. Shit. Midas, come here. No, stop it! She's not being scary right now. She sounds genuine. Taking a moment to breathe in and out, I slowly approach the tree and take a seat, making sure that there's some distance between us. I simply wrap my arms around my body again to make myself feel more safe, and I don't quite make eye contact with her. Are you feeling alright? The heaviness of the air around me makes me think longer before speaking to her. I'm alright. Okay, good. There's an immediate awkward sense between us. It feels like everything I wanted to talk with her has escaped me right now. All I can do is stare at the water in front of us, feeling rather helpless. The seconds that pass by feel like minutes as my mind scrambles on how to bring up what I want to talk about. Well, mother's words are almost always correct. We eventually made up each other every time, though. I think you should do the same. How do I start with? Eerie? You know, this eerie music reminds me a lot of Natsuki's Death from Exit music. Looking over to her shows her concerned face hasn't left. It's almost like she's pleading for me to go on. I feel bad about how I treated you yesterday. I'm sorry about that. You didn't deserve it. I feel like I do. I'm sorry? I do deserve it. I haven't been a very good girlfriend to you recently, and I'm sorry about that. I mean, you haven't been a very good human being in general recently. You nearly killed someone! Disappointment is plastered all over her face. I mean, that was kind of an exaggeration to me, but the bottom line is we brutally beaten up someone. I don't like seeing her this sad. I don't understand if you didn't want to be boyfriend and girlfriend anymore because of my recent actions. I can't do anything right, and that makes me feel useless. Why can't your dad ever help me out around here? He's useless, he's worthless, you know. No, I don't like hearing her talk like that. It made me feel really bad every time my mom used to say those words. I think I know what to say. Please don't say that. I hope she senses desperation in my voice. Huh? It's time to get serious. By no means are you useless. I mean it. She seems shocked by my words. And another thing. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't ever want to say goodbye to you. Not now. Not down the road. Not ever. Do you mean that too? I do. But why? I've been awful around you. I decided to breathe in and out again before speaking. Because I feel guilty as well. I've done some stuff that I shouldn't have, and I'm just talking about how I acted towards you. I don't think I could look any more confused. Or she didn't look any more confused. Like what? I can explain. While we're explaining... Oh, I thought we were gonna switch into like Monica's view? Or Natsuki's view? Or Sayori's view? Or even Wallace's dad's view? This is too much, I don't want to see this. Turning away. Ah, you're back! Turning away from her completely quietly, make my way out of their clubroom before things get... Oh, we didn't get to see what we did. We swapped over to Yuri. I'm safe out here, I think. What even happened? Why is Yuri being so scary? And why was Natsuki being so mean? Did I do anything to make her... What happened? Quickly placing my hands over my ears, the ladder of my fight or flight response kicks as I start running towards the stairs. A lot quieter down here, thank goodness. Maybe I should text Yuri sometime too. Yeah, like let her know that I'll be outside cooling down after everything. It doesn't sound too bad about right now. As I make my way to the school's entrance, something gets caught in my peripheral vision. Looking over to my right shows Wallace messing around with stuff in his locker. It's Wallace's idea, not mine. What did we do to Wallace anyway? I mean, I'm aware that Yuri stuffed him in his locker, so he caused everything. He wrote the damn letter. No, I'm not going to leave him alone this time. Knowing on a more serious base, I turn my heel and begin walking towards him. We're gonna fight him? After a little bit, he notices me. The looking concern quickly turns into a contrived, tough guy face. What do you think you're doing? Purposely ignoring him and getting up close to him, I grabbed him by his blazer collar, sorry. I managed to push him up against his locker. What is your problem? Look at the goddamn letter and all. Hey, don't look at me. That was that pink hairball's idea. For a good long moment, my tough guy stance goes away as I'm not quite sure who's to believe anymore. But she said it was his. Either way, still a main part of this. Well, still, was there any part of you that thought, oh, this might be a bad idea. Maybe I should do something stupid. Look, you're really trying my patience here. Who are you to say that? Just leave me the fuck alone and we can forget about this, or else your ass is going in one of those lockers. Nope, you can't do that. How about I go tell your dad what you did, huh? Besides, how am I supposed to forget something like that? Next thing I know, wants to push me back, grabs my lazy collar, turns us around and pushes me against the locker. I bring my head down low, almost in defeat. So that's why you walked in on us like that yesterday. Midas, looking over to meet her gaze again, it looks like she's trying to process everything I've told her. So, I'm sorry, Yuri. I feel like I caused most of this. Thank you for telling me this. I'm sorry too, for how I've been acting recently. This weird feeling of obsession, well, certainly on your luck compared to Storm. I'm sorry if I keep comparing them with Storm because similar elements, I will tell more in my review. I've always wanted to be around someone. I never experienced it before, and I never knew it could get this bad. I mean, I thought that was part of being boyfriend and girlfriend, of being monogamous? Is that how you pronounce that? But she does have a point. I'm not sure how to handle this. I don't want this to ruin us. Maybe she could see the school counselor that I do? Feel free to call us if you and your girlfriend need anything, you know? Are you gonna call her mom? You know what? I wonder if... Mom? I wonder if you and dad could help me with this somehow. Let's try this. Hey, listen to me real quick. She silently looks over to me. The sounds of bugs flying around, the water's flow, plays out as I try to think of how I want to go about approaching this. I just thought of something that might help the two of us. What is it? Let's talk to my parents about this first so they can help set everything up. But what do you think about both of us going to see someone like a counselor or something once a week or so? She doesn't give me the same hurt look from when I asked her about selling her knives, but she doesn't look too thrilled. I guess I don't know. I'm sure my parents' health insurance will be able to cover it, and you don't have to mention your arms if you don't want to. If we were to do this, I promise I wouldn't bring it up. She remained silent for a while, more than likely deep in thought again. I don't blame her, this is pretty important after all. The best thing would be to just enjoy the atmosphere around here while the things are still calm and let her think. I can't help but notice her gaze shifting from the water to the grass below her. I wonder what she's thinking about. What am I gonna do if she says no? What do I say? Why didn't I think this far ahead? Maybe I shouldn't have brought this up in the first place. Why did I have to burden her with this? But at the same time, that would have happened had I not. My guess is that things would probably remain difficult for the two of us as time goes on. I don't want that. That with someone as invaluable as her. Maybe it's a good thing I asked her about this. As I noticed her meeting my gaze, I just now realized that I was staring at her rather, the whole time. I hope she didn't notice. Promise? She isn't extending her pinky bit out like we usually would. It's okay. That doesn't need to happen every time. Of course. As I give her a slow confirming nod, she puts a smile on her face and reaches down on the ground for her bag. My curiosity grows at what that smile could be about. From her bag, she brings out my book that I forgot she had, a piece of paper and a pen. She unfolds the piece of paper and begins writing for a few seconds. Once she's done, she takes a hold of the paper, a smile still on her face, and looks over to me. Midas, I wrote this for you yesterday after you left. I thought you would never get to read this. I thought you wouldn't want to, so I can't begin to tell you how happy I am to give this to you. She gingerly hands me the unfolded piece of paper and I turn over to begin reading. For a second there, I was scared, like, sudden plot twist, crazy Yuri's back, and this is actually a worse blood than this poem. My beloved, I just want to say that I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for all the broken promises and not being your friend when you needed it most. I'm sorry for no longer acting like the girl that you fell in love with. My biggest regret is letting someone I am not ruin everything between us. From now on, I don't want to miss another moment with you and what we've become. If you let me, I'll be your friend once made, and the girlfriend I know I can be. I will. Yours forever, Eerie. Eerie? Do you really mean all of this? I do. My heart rate increases a little bit as my appreciation for her grows and grows. I can't believe it. My bestest friend of all time, the person I love the most beautiful girl I know, the one who took my very first time. Scooching over closer until I'm right next to her, I wrap my arms around her body and hug her tightly. She does the same, rests her head on mine, and time seems to slow down once again. The warmth being shared between us makes my smile even more genuine. Getting up from her shoulder to give her a kiss on the cheek, I lean towards her again to speak gently into her ear. Yuri, I missed you so much. Her angelic voice flickers back. I missed you too, darling. The next few moments between us were spent in a warm, comfortable sense as it feels like our castle is being rebuilt, brick by brick. I don't ever want to let go of her, and then suddenly that castle goes kaboom! Where's Wallace's dad, by the way? After what could have been a full minute, the two of us release from each other, but I take both our hands in mine as we simply enjoy each other's company once again. After a little bit, our expression becomes less and less euphoric. Hey, Midas? Listen to me real quick. Yes, what is it? An apprehensive face that she used to put on when I first met her makes an appearance. I want to do the same to Natsuki. What do you mean? What? You want to give her big hugs too? For a second there, the first thing I remember was first time and then she said that. I'm sorry. A smirk shows up in her face as I stick my tongue out at her. No, silly. In all seriousness, I want to go to Natsuki's place tonight and talk with her about everything. With what I saw, I can only imagine what happened after I left the club yesterday. That sounds like a good idea. But could you please accompany me? I'm not so sure that's the best option here right now, but I guess I don't want to face this alone. I'm just scared. What will Natsuki say? There's a weird feeling of excitement floating around in me, knowing that I'd be able to help my friend in need. Of course. As she smiles warmly at me, I get up from my spot and help lift her from where she is. Alright, let's do this thing. I hope we're not too late, like 10 or 11, that's very, very late. Ooh, we even have a new house. I mean, usually it's the one with like the 2-story one, or that's probably because I associate Natsuki a lot with exit music. Whatever, just saying. So this is it. Yeah, I believe it is. That doesn't sound too promising, but at the same time it would be kind of funny if you were at the wrong house for whatever reason. Believe it or not, this place is only a few minutes away from Yuri's place. That's good to know. My hand in hers, she approaches the front door and rings the doorbell. After she snaps back, the tension inside you raises a bit. It's almost like how weird the air was at our spa earlier today. As seemingly nothing happens, I take a quick glance over to Yuri. She looks worried. I bet she's nervous about what could potentially happen. Taking advantage of this moment of silence, I squeeze her hand a bit harder and place my head on her right shoulder. She does the same, and the warmth shared between us always feels nice and relaxing, but we quickly return back to normal. Not really the doorknob being messed around with. Oh, well, hello there. And I'll be seeing you when I play a period pursuit. What do you two want? We would like to see Natsuki for a moment. Sure. Hold on. Ooh, you're being nice. I mean, in this mod, he is nice. He just has some problems with himself, but he is a beating up Natsuki at least. He turns around, steps back in his house, and from the muffled voice, I can only imagine he said, Natsuki, friends are here. Another moment of playing waiting rather, plays out, and some shuffling around can be heard inside the house. It isn't long before the door opens again, and she steps onto her front porch. Hello there! Once she noticed the two of us, she looks concerned, almost scared. Yuri, on the other hand, looks disappointed in herself. Yuri? If you listen close enough, you can hear a hint of fear in her voice. I mean, she's probably thinking that she would just assault her. Hey, we need to talk. Well, I knew I would be there for her support, but if this is between the two of them, then does that mean... Do you want me to step aside for a bit? No. Whoa! Okay, it's Natsuki the one that said that. Okay! Her sudden shift in tone catches the both of us off guard. Please stay here with us. Alright, may as well do what she says. I mean, we're here to reconcile, so let's just focus on that. The air around us seems a bit weird as no one seems to know what to say first, but the silence is broken by Yuri. Look, Natsuki, about yesterday. I'm sorry I was so mean to you. She then looks down to the ground in defeat. No, I kinda had it coming. You said it yourself. That was, as I said, a very distasteful joke. I should be the one who's sorry. Silence surrounds all of us as we're waiting for her to continue. That's when she turns to face me. Midas, look, bro, I'm sorry about the whole letter thing. I thought it was just gonna be some stupid I'm going to try my best to stay calm. I didn't think it would hurt you that, but... Well, it definitely feels nice to hear this from her. At least. Now I'm curious. Wait, so it wasn't your idea after all? Yesterday, Wallace told me it was yours all along. Seth! You're really gonna believe what that lowlife has to say? I mean, you followed him! Hand goes to the back of my head. Lowlife is a good word for him. Good point. And Yuri? I shouldn't have been so mean to you as well. I guess I was so fed up with you Midas that I felt like I couldn't tell you how upset I was. Natsuki, it's okay. Knowing me, I probably wouldn't have listened to you back then. If anything, I'm glad you told me now rather than never. There's an unusually awkward silence between all of us again. Do you still want to be friends after all of this? Promise you won't be mean to me anymore. And not pointy things at me. A smile finally makes its way into Yuri's face. I'll try my best. And so Natsuki walks up to Yuri and hugs her. Well, if Natsuki's the one who's doing the hugging, it's real. I'm guessing she wasn't expecting that. When Yuri wraps her arms around her, I can't help but smile at the scene in front of me. It's okay, I forgive you. Her voice makes my heart skip a little bit, for whatever reason. I guess she has that effect on me. Thanks. And spend some time with me in the club, why don't ya? It gets a little lonely in there sometimes. I'll see what I can do. You know, once me and Yuri finish her book, maybe I'll give that manga series of hers a try again. What was it called again? Pudding Girls? Huh. Now that I think about it, I don't know what parfait means. Once the two of them release each other, small smiles still on their faces, Natsuki averts her attention over to me. Midas? Arms go to behind my back. What do you want from me? Yes? I'll try my best not to be so mean to you either. But this doesn't mean you can't push my buttons as you like. You know? That's probably the last thing I want to know. Got it. Thanks. I decide to extend my hand towards her out in the open. What she realizes what I'm trying to get at. She takes the hand and gives a gentle yet firm handshake. A dumb smirk shows up on her face. Oh, I got the cooties now. A small laughing fit breaks up between the three of us. It looks like things are heading in the right direction once again, and I can't help but feel hopeful at what's about to be in store for all of us. Epilogue, Yuri's birthday. So I guess nobody went kaboom! Okay, there's a time skip. April 20th, huh? Okay. It's been 6 months since Yuri and I decided to rebuild our castle. The time between us has been nothing short of a journey, to say the least. Our counseling sessions started out a little bit rocky, and some getting used to, and took some time rather getting used to, but we were eventually able to make it part of our everyday lives. You and I were able to discuss some pretty important topics, mainly stuff like how to go about dealing with people, difficult emotions when it comes to dating, and even financial advice for our future. We were able to talk about stuff like budgeting, bookkeeping, and other words that could contribute this alliteration. Continue rather. What really surprised me was that Yuri, on her own I must add, brought up her arms to our counselor and asked for advice on how to deal with the feelings involved with that. She's been making pretty good progress about that and has kept her gold light clean for us. Makes me proud of her every time she asks to hold on to it so that she doesn't feel tempted at all. Not only that, but getting to spend time in the club with the other members and not just being by each other's side is a thing we were both able to work on. The principal being gone away in jail, possibly because he tried to go kaboom, the school had to hire a brand new one. A really tall, thin guy, probably 28 years older than us. I talked with him a few times. Everyone calls him Mr. Aussie for whatever reason, and he has a cool accent. From Australia. But other than that, Wallace ended up moving to a different school, and his two other idiot friends that used to mess with Yuri and I kinda just gave up. They still talk to each other, but they don't really bother anyone anymore. Not when their gatekeeper is gone. Both me and Yuri were able to help out each other, get our grades up to a bare minimum at what the school counselor considers satisfactory, so that's a relief. But against Yuri have been their same friendly selves the past 6 months, which made things run smoothly and the room went brighter for some reason. Natsuki was nice enough to give me another chance at reading her manga again, and I was able to get through the first few volumes. Sweet! The slice of life genre isn't really that bad, both in books and in manga. What do you mean? It's good! Now of course, Yuri and I still spend time with each other in the club. And it's read again. First horror novel? I mean, only someone that doesn't know the DLC could probably guess what this is. In fact, we both decided to start going through our very first horror novel together. Usually not a fan of that kind of stuff, but she reassured me that she'll be there all the time in case things become too scary for me. Even after all this time, she still has that charm to her that I love so much. I can never remember the book's name on the top of my head though. Let's say it's something like the picture of the microwave, but that just sounds off. Today in the club, and the school in general, has been pretty ordinary. Nobody bothered us, and the classes have been going okay even. Talk of end-year exams going on. But right now it's just me and her trying to get through the second chapter of her book. Wait, hold up. I'm sorry. Hey Yuri, what's that word mean? Oh, which one? I point towards the third paragraph of the book that her left thumb is on. That one. Instinctively. I never heard that word before. Oh. I must have glossed over that one. I think the author may have made a spelling mistake right there. Okay, that would make sense. I was gonna say, I know that the word instinctively means sense in that sentence. I just had to do a double take. I see. Her free hand wraps around my free arm, which makes me feel warm inside as I avert my attention rather to her. Are you okay? This isn't too much for you, is it? I can't help but smile at how caring she's being. I'm feeling okay now. Thanks. I hit my throat just... Sorry. I flashed her a bright but not overly ridiculous smile. That seems to make her a bit happier. Ahem. The both of us turn our attention to Monica, whose friendly attitude remains consistent. Hey Yuri, mind if I borrow Midas for a little bit? But why? I haven't done anything wrong lately. Is something wrong? No, nothing's wrong. Just some important club-related stuff I need to get over with him. After a weird moment of silence, Yuri and I look over to each other, almost unsure of what to think, and then back over to Monica. May as well get this over with and see what she wants. I'll be right back then. With Yuri not saying a word, I quietly get up from my desk and approach Monica. The both of us leave the club room. My curiosity has been slowly rising even with the short walk from the clubroom to here. Okay, what's going on? Midas, do you remember what tomorrow is? You do remember, rather, what tomorrow is, right? forget? Tomorrow's Yuri's birthday! About a week ago, Monica and I decided to come up with an idea of celebrating her birthday in the club. We aren't gonna make it anything too spectacular or outlandish. Yeah, I remember. That came by faster than I thought. What do we have planned so far? Well, I'm gonna be going over to Sayori's place tonight so we can make up a birthday card. Let's get agreed to making some cupcakes for tomorrow. Okay. That sounds great! Shh. You don't want Yuri to hear, do you? Right, sorry. Anyway, what are you gonna do for tomorrow? I'll probably just sign whatever card you guys end up making, and I know what gift I'm gonna get her. Ooh, care to share? Sorry, Monica. Can't quite do that. I wanted to be a surprise, but I'm gonna need some help with the presentation. What do you mean? I'll need someone to cover her eyes. I see. Just let me know when. Why do I see where this is going? Okay, I'll give you the signal. No need to worry. Okay then. Ready to head back inside? I have to dismiss the club now. Yeah, sure thing. With the club dismissed for the day, I can't help but feel almost genuinely nervous as just by walking Yuri back to her house. Wintertime has come and passed, and pretty much all of the snow around us has melted. Spring has begun. The temperature still hangs around freezing, which I'm hoping will be going up more and more pretty soon. Other than that, with what's about to go down tomorrow, I can't stop myself from being excited about it. As we're walking hand in hand back to her place, Yuri breaks the silence between us. Hey darling, what did Monica want to talk with you about? Uh-oh, I can't tell her that. I don't want to mess up the surprise. Let's try this instead. It's a secret for everybody. I don't know what adventure game I played years ago would come in handy with one of these days. If that's so, then why does Monica know about it? Okay, maybe not. Good point. So, is it really a secret though? Yeah, I'm sorry. I wouldn't let you know otherwise. No, I understand. Should I ask her if she's excited for tomorrow? No, she might suspect something. Speaking of tomorrow, looking down at my hand in hers, I bring my thumb away from hers and place mine where my thumb meets her hand. Carefully gliding it around the diameter of the thumb, she pulls away and giggles for a bit. Minus the tickles! What are you doing? I give her a cute coy smile. Nothing. You're being silly today, you know that? No, I'm being minus today. I'm always silly. She giggles again. Oh, you. Once Yuri approaches and unlocks her front door, she turns around to face me. See you tomorrow, love. Yeah, tomorrow. I lean in and give her a quick kiss, of which she returns the favor. When she pulls away, she gives me her always lovely smile and closes the door behind her. I turn around and start walking away. However, I'm not heading towards my house this time. I start making my way to the closest bus stop. We've got a few stops to make for tomorrow to be a success. Monica. The next day, okay, we're in Monica's position. Where is Sayori? I want to see what Sayori has to offer. Hey Sayori. Monica! Did you remember to... Oh, I thought it was Sayori. Did you remember to bring everything from your place today? I sure did. And what about the birthday card? I got it right here. She pulls out a full piece of paper from her purse and hands it over to me. Taking a close look at it shows that it has all 4 signatures of the club members on there. Sans Yuri. That's one thing. What does sans mean? That's one thing I told her to do today, to see the club members throughout the school day and get this done. And she did it without fail. Good work. Give this to her when the time comes. You got it! Natsuki makes her way into the room carrying a tray of 12 cupcakes. Hey, glad you can make it. Yo, Monica, where do you want all these? Here, hang on. Walking over to where Natsuki is, I set the tray of cupcakes take the tray of cupcakes from her, turn around and walk over to the desk next to Yuri's. Once I carefully place it on the desk, Sayuri breaks in the silence of the room. Ooh, can I taste this one now? No. Aww, we originally agreed on half a dozen, but Natsuki brought up painful memories of Sayori's bottomless stomach. We'll all have to wait until everyone's all settled in. Okay. Speaking of which, where are Midas and Yuri supposed to be? When are Midas and Yuri supposed to be here? I told Midas to purposely show up late to the club so we could get everything all set up. Now, let's all go ahead and get their banner hung up. We're being late. It's finally time. Escaping the chatter of all the people in my algebra class, I spent no time packing up my stuff and leaving. There's been a crazy feeling about anticipation inside on me all day, and it never seemed to go away. Needless to say, lunchtime with Yuri is especially difficult, knowing that I couldn't talk about anything. She did bring one of my favorites today, lychee fruit. Maybe she wanted to bring in something we both like because of what today is. I mean, she gotta know it's her birthday, right? Stopping by my locker, I put away all my stuff that I know I won't need for the rest of the day and close it up. Monica wanted Yuri to show up late to the club to get everything all set up, so this is one thing I can do, I guess. Once I closed my locker door, I turned towards the stairs to see Yuri walking towards me. And without the crazy eyes and instead, warm, purple eyes. Hey Midas. Hey there. Our smile complements each other. As I think about what I'm going to do next. Without much of a warning, I approach her, wrap my arms around her body, and rest my head on her shoulder. After a little, but she does the same, and we share this moment of comfortable sense between us. Her hugs feel as warm as they always do, even after all this time, and I appreciate each and every single one of them. Anything you want? Anything you'd like to do today in the club? It doesn't really matter what answer she gives me, I know what's about to go down. I was hoping we could borrow my book today, if that's fine. Yeah, sure, let's go with that. Yeah, I don't mind, we can do that. Now that I think about it, we might be able to get around to it if everything goes well. Once we break away from each other, I take her hand in mine and we make our way to the club room. Here we go. I can feel my heartbeat increasing quite a bit as we approach the club room. I didn't think I'd be feeling this nervous about everything. What if Monica doesn't have everything all set up in time? I don't think I did a good job of stalling our arrival here. Midas, are you alright? Huh? Oh yeah, I'm okay. Okay. You just seem nervous about something. Wow, I'm not good at hiding my expressions at all, am I? Sorry if I look that way. I'm fine, I promise. Alright, if you say so. Once we approach the club room door, my nervousness skyrockets internally as I open the door. Once the two of us enter the club room, I immediately pick up on how different the room looks. It looks like I made it just in time. The other three girls direct their attention towards us. Surprise! After hearing a light gasp from Yuri, the room becomes silent as if she's taking in the atmosphere of everything. I'm glad I kept myself reserved even after the three of them said that. Maybe it's best if I break the sense to make the place not so awkward. This is why I was a little more resigned than usual today. I get it now. It makes me happy to see our banner still in one piece and in decent shape after all these months, but I can't help but wonder what's gonna happen to it at the end of the school year. Okay, is it cake time yet? Both Yuri and I giggle a little bit at that. Some things never change, I guess. You bet it is. Natsuki, you may do the honors. Aw, I wanted to! Suddenly I'm actually starting to turn into a vacuum and I'm kinda enjoying every moment of my life right now. Come on, let's go to my seat now. Being ripped out of my trance, I avert my attention to her and give her a friendly smile. Yes, let's. With matching smiles, we make our way over to Yuri's desk, bringing the chair close by, and we take a seat next to each other like we usually do. After a moment of waiting, Natsuki can be seen lifting the aluminum foil off the see-through tray and starts walking around the room. She hands out a cupcake to both Sayuri and Monica, then walks over to where Yuri and I are and places two cupcakes down on our desk. Thanks, bro. Okay, maybe that was a little out of place. Heh, no probs. I have become a little more used to calling her that whenever I deem it appropriate, and Yuri doesn't seem to mind at all. I mean, you can call your girlfriend, bro. I mean, my uncle calls auntie, bro, so yeah. Looking around the room shows Monica happily enjoying her cupcake. Her face says it all. Sayuri, on the other hand, smashes hers onto her upper lip in such a way that the frosting spills all over her nose. Always a kid at heart, I suppose. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. That's when I remember that Yuri and I still have one waiting for each of us. The must look like the ones from the festival way back then, but the frosting is cream colored instead of the tie-dye. The cake's color nearly does the same, or looks the same. Wondering what flavor it could possibly be and carefully take a bite. But the buttercream frosting! Butter pecan cake. These tastes feel divine! I have to let her know. Yo, Natsuki, these are the best ones we've ever made! She puts on a cheerful smile. Well, good. But it's not like I had it in mind when making them, you know? I had you in mind, rather. No, don't get mad. I'm pretty sure she's not being mean right now. At least we get that she's just being sarcastic at times. But still, though. Yeah, I get it. Before I take another bite of mine, I quickly look over to Yuri to see her bright and happy face. She looks as cute as always, even on her special day. Averting my attention shows Sayuri quietly taking another cupcake out of the tray and stuffing it in her mouth. It takes a while for Natsuki to notice what's going on. Yeah, Sayuri! We're very but they are so good. I have to agree. It is then that I feel a tap on my left shoulder. I instantly turn my head towards Yuri. I agree as well. These are the best ones she's made so far. Most definitely. After a moment or two, we've all had our fill of cupcakes, but only 2 remain. I have a feeling that Sayuri is gonna find a way to take them home somehow. After a little bit of silence, Monica clears her throat in front of all of us to get our attention. Okay, Sayuri, do you have the card? Oh man, it's time! Yeah, I got it! With that, Sayuri gets up from her desk, her purse in hand, and walks over until she's in front of Yuri and I. Reaching into her purse, she pulls out a piece of paper that I was given near the beginning of the school day, unfolds it and hands it over to Yuri. As she reads it, I can't help but lean my head towards her so I remember what the card said. Ah, I mean, limitations, I'm guessing? Oh, but it's okay. I mean, I was kind of expecting like a grand card of sorts, but I'm not complaining. Happy birthday, our lovely friend. We wish you happiness your heart can hold. Here's to the fabulous year of life. You're simply the best. Monica, Natsuki, Sayuri, and me. Once Yuri puts the card down, her smile grows more and more. Thank you, everyone. You got you something else as well. Oh, it seems like everyone's attention is on Sayuri right now. I didn't have much to spend on the birthday gift, so this is all I could afford. Sayuri reaches into her purse once again to grab her gift. Present? Presented in front of Yuri is a notebook filled with lined paper and a 6-pack of ultra-fine point permanent markers in different colors. Yuri takes them from her and stares at it for a second or two, places them on her desk, and puts on a soft smile. You don't have to do this for me. Thank you, Sayuri. No problem. Once Sayuri takes a few steps away from us, the sounds of stuff being moved around can be heard near the teacher's desk. After averting my attention towards where there, shows Monica messing around with stuff as if she's trying to get or obtain something. After a moment, Monica gains her composure and starts walking over to where Yuri and I are. Monica carefully sets down 3 books stacked on top of each other on her desk, right by Sayuri's gift. Yuri takes one of the stack to inspect it, to which I end up doing the same. The blocky characters and landscapes in the front cover. Ah, I know. These novels are based on that one popular sandbox game that came out a good number of years ago. And for some reason, it's still very popular today. Respect. Those would be really nice to read through sometime. Looking over to place the book back on top of the other one, Yuri's smile from earlier shows up again. You get to Monica. Of course. Another weird moment of silence fills the room as I come to a sudden realization. The silence is quite suffocating, but oh man, it's actually time. I can feel my heartbeat increase as Monica turns her attention to me. No, don't start panicking now! It's okay. Just stick with the plan. Midas? Once I'm able to calm myself down and remember how everything's gonna go, I quickly, yet carefully, take Yuri's right hand in mine, but not so that our fingers mesh. With nervousness building up inside, I keep my grip on her hand and stand up from my chair. It's time. Wait a minute, what? Monica seems to get the hint as she walks past me behind Yuri and places both her hands over Yuri's eyes. That seemed to catch her off guard, which is what we want right now. What? Monica! I am unable to hold my smile from her as I realize what is about to happen. This dreamy feeling of everything turning all right doesn't last long as I feeling Yuri's hand wiggle around in mine kicks my motors into high gear. Reaching down into my pocket, I bring out my gift for her, and in one fell swoop, there we go. Oh! Oh! I wasn't expecting this. I mean, I was expecting the whole I am your present thing, you know, recent and popular example being Kaguya. But dang, a ring! I'm relieved to find out I managed to get the right size. Once Monica takes her hands away from her and steps back, Yuri seems to be brought back to reality and carefully looks at her right hand. Once Yuri gasps at what was put on her finger, the other three girls seem to get the hint as well. Its amethyst shines brightly from the rays of sunlight flowing through the windows. Yuri then looks over to me in astonishment as if she has to confirm what I just gave to her. Now you know why I was being silly when I walked home yesterday. With starscapes in her eyes, the most beautiful, unforgettable of smiles shows up on her face. Once she gets up from her seat and her composure is upright rather, she extends both her arms without a care in the world that seems to bring me in for a hug. Come here. Her angelic voice draws me in as I do what she says with a loving smile on my face, tightly wrapping my arms around her body and resting my left cheek on hers. Her grip on me is stronger than usual, which makes me feel even more important and loved, all within the walls of her gentle arms. Feeling every ounce of her love that she presses into me makes me feel more at home, more awake, more alive, and more worth it. The grape scent perfume I got over Christmas makes itself known and it doesn't bother me one bit. All eyes on us are irrelevant now. I mean, they aren't gonna eat us, so at least. That's when I whisper to her ear quiet enough so that no one else can hear us. Happy birthday, Yuri. I love you so much. Thank you, darling. I love you too, like no other. Oh, those two are so cute. He's not so amused. I agree. They're lovers, but they look like just my mother and child. Even still, these two are gross. I wish this moment between the two of us could last forever, but I had to remember that 3 other people are in the room right now. May as well end off with this. Hey, come over to my place tonight. I'll make dinner for the both of us. I'd love to. Get another club meeting out of the way, a very special one at that. Once Monica dismissed all of us, Yuri took all her new gifts, puts them in a bag, and then both of us get up from her desk. Instead of walking out with her, I tug her hand to get her attention. Hey Yuri, could you please wait outside for me? There's something I need to I need to get taken care of before we leave. What is that? Sure thing. Try not to take too long, my dear. Nodding at her out of acknowledgement, she turns away from me and begins walking out of the club room. Hearing that they're close to confirm she's not here, I start looking around and breathe a sigh of relief that Sayori's still here. Thank goodness! A weird sense of deja vu shows up as I make my movement more optimal so I can get her attention before she leaves for the day. Once I'm up close to her, I poke her shoulder, to which she turns around to face me. Midas? I stand in front of her, feeling a little bit nervous. It's a bit hard to think of what I want to say to her. Sayori? Without a warning, I carefully approach her and wrap my arms around her nowhere near as tight as I did to Yuri today. Huh. She doesn't initially respond. I just want to say thank you. After a little bit, she lightly wraps her arms around me. What for? If it wasn't for you bringing me into the club near the beginning of the school year, I wouldn't be where I am right now. I wouldn't have met all of you, and I can't imagine how boring life would have been without this club. So, I can't thank you enough for everything. Aww. I can hear a faint come out of her as she grips me in a little bit harder. Aw, thank you, Midas. Monica and I are really happy to have you in our club, you know. And thank you for accepting me as who I am. I'm glad to call you a friend. Me too, Midas. After a short while, we break away from each other, say goodbyes, and leave the clubroom for the day. Where is the Sayuri palm? Not much went on after my chat with Sayuri. Just the usual walking Yuri back to her place and then back to mine, but this time it's different. She's been over to my place many times for dinner between the two of us, but this time feels a bit more special. I feel like I've done my best for her so far today, and I want to keep it up for her on her special day. It's become way warmer in my kitchen, despite the cool weather that's been brought up upon us today. Water has been brought to a boil on my stovetop, and a second frying pan has a flame lit underneath. Opening the box of spaghetti and pouring its contents into the water in front of me, I walk over to my fridge but get distracted by the piece of paper that's stuck there by my magnet. The poem I wrote Yuri for her birthday. Took me a long time to just get that. Man, I can't wait to see how she'll react to this one. I hope it'll make her proud. I should probably... That being thought, I removed the poem from the fridge, fold it a few times, and then stuff it in my pocket for later. Next, I open the fridge and pull out a jar of sauce and the garlic toast. Setting them on the counter, a weird feeling of excitement strikes me out of nowhere at the thought of her coming over to my house again and her reaction to everything I have planned. Even though we've been together for 6 months now, Butterfly still managed to fly around with the thought of spending quality time with her. I mean, if those butterflies remain for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, well, even 6 months. That is a sign that it'll last. With a somewhat brighter smile on my face and a warm feeling that's running laps inside me, I take 2 pieces of toast and place them on the empty pan in front of me. A loud sizzle makes itself known throughout my kitchen, which is always satisfying for whatever reason. Here she goes! The sound of the door being knocked on interrupts me from grabbing the big wooden spoon for the spaghetti. I didn't think she'd be here this early. I still have a ways to go. Just a second! Once I'm done stirring the pasta so it doesn't stick all over the place, I turn around and make my way over to my front door, excitement remaining steady rather. Opening the door shows her in her usual wool sweater, looking as cute as always. I'm not sure how to react to the black garment bag she has with her left hand. It's nearly as big as she is, but why? Hey love. She smiles at me and walks into my house. What's inside the bag? Closing the door behind her, an unexpected silence plays out for a few seconds but doesn't last long. Hey love. Smells nice in here. Smells good in here. Taking a moment to inhale the smell sorry, of garlic toast brings me back to reality. Oh, they might be burning! Oh, that's right, I'm not done yet. Midas wait. Before I turn around to get back to my kitchen, I raise an eyebrow at her and listen what she has to say. Just letting you know I'll be at the restroom real quick. Okay, that doesn't sound too bad. Got it. I'll stay down here and look after things. Okay, love. With a smile still on her face, she walks away from me and heads towards my stairs with the garment bag still in hand. I can't help but watch as her and the bag go upstairs, wondering why she brought it, and also what's inside. I am concerned, kind of. Once she's out of my sight, my sense of hearing overpowers everything at the sizzling of my stovetop. Redirecting my attention to the stove to make sure my house won't explode. Now, plot twist, our house will go kaboom without the dynamite. I take advantage of this moment to focus on getting dinner all ready for us. And yeah, pasta feels just fine. Turning off all of the 3 burners, one for the pasta, sauce, and toast, the sound of footsteps can be heard coming from the stairwell. Here shows up in my kitchen not long after. Welcome back. Is everything going alright? Yeah, I'm just about done. Could you help bring some stuff over? Oh, sure thing. In a short amount of time, the two of us managed to get the pasta stirred in its own plastic bowl, toast on a plate, and sauce into a big glass bowl. With everything brought over to my table, the smell of everything fills my entire house. Is pretty enjoyable. I mean, it's pasta and garlic toast. You can never go wrong with that combo. The two of us, with our own plates and forks, take a seat at the table and start preparing our plates. A verbal silence plays out between us as we both start digging in. Man, I'm glad that I bought the kind of sauce my mom always used to get. I've loved this ever since I was a kid. It feels like a bliss. As I take another bite, how the pasta feels and all the vegetables inside the sauce. After a short while of enjoying myself and not a care in the world, the sound of you giggling to yourself breaks me out of my trance. Now I'm curious. What did you hit your funny bone or something? Midas, is it really that good? Okay, I guess not then. Yeah, why? It's all over your face. She remains cute as always. I bring my left cheek and do a left to right sweepy motion, and sure enough, I got sauce in the face. Oops. You're so cute, Midas. And goes to the back of my head. Stop it. How could you be even more? I love her sense of humor whenever it decides to shine through. After a little laughter fit between us, I clean myself up so that I'm not so red anymore. In all seriousness, this is really good. Thank you for this, Midas. No problem. You should see the baby pictures of me and my mom used to put somewhere in here though. Every time my mom made me this, I always had to take my shirt off because I would get it literally everywhere. You'll have to show me those sometime. Show her those sometime. You mean I haven't yet? Good lord, I guess I haven't. Wait, show her. The poem for her. After we're done eating, right now might not be the best time for that. It didn't take long for the two of us to finish up everything that was going on our plates. Granted, there's still more left over, but oh well. Mira gets up from her seat to wear her plate and with her plate and utensils. Come on, let's get everything all cleaned up. Then we can have the whole day to ourselves. Within another word, I nod at her, grab my stuff, and the both of us walk out over to the sink. As Yuri turns on the sink and to start washing our plates, I take the liberty of putting the rest of the spaghetti in the fridge. And it will be there for the rest of time. Once I close the door and look over to Yuri, remembering what I wanted to give her strikes me and brings out a bit of nervousness. I guess now it's time. Carefully bringing out the poem from my pocket and unfolding it, I slowly approach her and rest my head on her shoulder. After a second or two, she notices what's going on and rests her head on mine. Midas, is there something wrong? Anything but. No, nothing's wrong. Just moving my head away from hers, I present to her the poem, but face it in such a way where the words are facing me. I wrote this for you a while ago, and I thought it would be best to show you this on your birthday. She looks surprised to see the poem present to her outside of the clubroom. As she drops what she's doing, thank God we don't want to get it wet, she turns the sink off, grabs the towel to dry her hands, and carefully takes that poem away from me. I believe the morning suns always gonna shine again, and I believe a pot of gold waits at every rainbow's end. I believe in roses, kissed and dew. Why shouldn't I believe in the same in you? I believe in make-believe, fairy tales and lucky charms, and I believe in promises, spoken as you cross your heart. I believe in the skies forever blue. Why shouldn't I believe in the same in you? I believe there'll come a day, maybe it'll be tomorrow, when the bluebird flies away. All we have to do is follow. I believe a dream can still come true. Why shouldn't I believe the same in you? They may say I'm a fool, feeling the way that I do. You can call me Pollyanna. Say I'm crazy as a loon. I believe in silver linings, and that's why I believe in you. I believe in friends and laughter, and the wonders love can do. I believe in songs and magic, and that's why I believe in you. You may say I'm a fool, feeling this way about you. There's not much I can do. I'm gonna be this way my life through, 'cause I still believe in miracles. I swear I've seen a few, and the time will surely come when you can see my point of view. I believe in second chances. That's why I believe in you. That was great, really. Oh my goodness. Midas, this might just be one of the sweetest things you've written for me. Thank you so much. Without another warning, she gently embraces me and once again wraps around her arms around me, and I rest my head on her shoulder. After a moment or two of this accomplished feeling running through me, she speaks gently into my ear. There's something we've read in my book of mine once that I've always wanted to do. What's that, love? Once we make away from each other, her expression seems a bit more relaxed, almost matching mine. Does the record player in our living room still work? Oh, we're gonna dance! It does. Where is she going with this? Fantastic. Please pick out a good one for us. I'll be right back. Oh, I get it now! A good one? Sure, okay. With that, she turns around and makes her way back up the stairs again. Pick out a good one for us. Something we've read in the book first. We've only read through 2 books of hers, though. Let's just do what she says. Entering my living room, I make my way over to the record player that resides next to my big CRT TV. It's been quite a while since I last played something in it. Instinctively, holding my breath, I blow the dust off it and back away for a little bit to let the small storm go away. Once I deem it safe, I avert my attention to the stack of records I have and flip through them. The one at the very end of the stack catches my attention. Select songs from Sega. Don't try to tell me we're gonna dance over that. Putting it out and staring at the cover a little bit, I turn it around and start reading the list of songs on the back cover. You know what? I think it's time, friend. Sounds of footsteps can be heard from my stairwell. Midas? Looking over towards my stairwell shows. Of course. She's adorable! I hope I didn't have you waiting for too long. My mouth is pretty much agape at this point. Now, put that Sega record down. We need something proper. Oh my god, she's so beautiful! I've seen that dress before. From the pawn shop, maybe? I just want to tell her how she's the most beautiful girl in the world, but I can barely think of words to say right now, let alone utter them. It's okay. Did you pick a record out for us? I've been so busy staring at her that I nearly forgot I have a vinyl in my hands. I did. And as she elegantly strides into my living room, holding the bottom of her dress like a princess would, I turn around, pull out the vinyl out of its case, onto the plane, set the needle specifically on the very last track. Okay, I don't get the move. Okay. Is it recommended to get your settings and turn up the music volume? Please click continue. Okay. So I can mess around with this, right? I mean, the music is stupidly high already, so... And I'll just let the mod go through, considering it says that if it turns like this, I have no control, or I'm not supposed to control anything. So let's go. As the turntable noise echoes throughout my living room, Yuri happily approaches me and places both of her hands around my shoulders. I wrap both of my arms around her waist in return. Not only does this feel intimate between us, but her dress feels really nice as well. Meeting her gaze, my smile matches hers as we take the first few steps together. Wait a minute, we're in our casuals! It's a bit awkward at first, having never done this in my life before. Trying to coordinate which foot goes forward and which goes back. I mean, the waltz is fairly easy to learn on the fly. But she's there to guide me along the way. Just like everything we've done through ever since we first met. Ever so slowly, every swaying motion between us feels surreal. Like everything out of a storybook. My fingertips grasp a little hard into her waist. After a little bit, her expression looks less relaxed, as if she just left Cloud 9. Hey, is this too much for you, love? Hey, I would waltz with my girlfriend any day. It's just, I've never done this before. She closes her eyes and brings her head close to her. So that our foreheads and noses touch, it's starting to get a little warm in here. It's okay, just follow what I do. This scene is making me it's making me tear up. What the hell? How are you feeling, by the way? I truly feel like the happiest girl alive. Ah, stop it! We're fucking cutting onions in here. Just hear that makes me feel more happy. Like a bottle around her, as if I'm doing something right. I lift my head, a right hand off from her waist, up to hers on my shoulder. With her left hand on my right, her fingers meshed together. I'm gonna cry. I can't move. See, even during this mode of bliss, my mind still manages to find ways to be mean to me. Try to trip her. Hey Yuri, we're almost done with high school, and there's so many things I'm unsure about. Like what? It's just so beautiful, the scene and everything, the music and everything. I can't even read anymore. Photos and time stop to continue. I can't. I don't know my feelings for her would smell this much more. Here we go. This isn't a let's have. This leads somewhere as a kiss though. It's more of I'm very thankful for who I can't even read. Oh, what's happening? Wait, I need to dry out my eyes first. I'll get it. Who's here? Slipping away from her and opening my front door, my eyes can't believe who's in front of me. Is it our parents? Aww, it is. Oh, there's more. Okay. I need to catch my breath for a bit. Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't. Okay, I still don't get to move. Oh, to whom it may concern, we are determined you are eligible to collect your supplementary security income. Okay. What's happening? Yuri librarian job request approved. Start date September 1st. Oh, okay. Yuri got a job. A few years later, okay. Time skip after time skip. We get to buy this house then, I'm guessing? Yep, we do. Ah! 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 It's beautiful! Oh my god! Even the Bora! Oh my goodness! It's beautiful! I recognize this artist, I follow her. It's Rayon Art. And please do tell me the name of the past artist because all of the art here is just really good. Oh my goodness! We even have a future! Young artist, a daughter, playing with these two, Monica and the two of us. And their sprites are really good! And of course, with their padlock still there. Oh my god. And now the book finally closes. And that's it for Doki Doki or Castle Walls. Oh my god. Zera, thank you. Of course you'd be here. I mean, they're friends and all. Ooh! Now this I can remember faintly. You were the one behind her, and you're next. Oh, so they're the ones behind the poems. Okay. And of course, you can never leave that out. Thank you to Dan Salvato, honestly. I mean, if it weren't for him, we wouldn't have this and every other mod out there. Monica, before I kind of saw that coming, Monica, before I saw you be there. Okay, so they're the ones behind the sprites. Bravo. Woodneys? Okay. I was just reading and then suddenly some Woodneys? Okay. Music was really, really good too. Congrats. Okay, so here are the other musics. Here are the other songs. Triple thanks to, of course, everyone really, everyone that helped. It was a really good mod. And so our unlikely hero and our faithful princess lived happily ever after. Thank you very much for playing my mod. And thank you to Zera. Thank you too.